What's up, A to Z Sports Titan Game Day Live, the halftime show as the Titans are up right now on the Indianapolis Colts, 17-13 at halftime. Austin Stanley, Jack Gentry here live from the Acme Feed and Seed rooftop with game day specials from Spirited Hive and Ranch Water. So check that out. Every home game this season, Spirited Hive and Ranch Water with game day specials. Again, Titans up 17-13 live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for A to Z Sports Titan Game Day Live, the halftime show. Jack, tell the people online what they got to do, and we'll get rolling here.
Yeah, absolutely. Those watching on Facebook, I encourage you all to share the show, share it to your Titans Facebook groups. We want everybody to get in here. We're going to grow the audience. We're going to hear from all you guys about the first half, what you thought went right, what you thought went wrong, what needs to be better in the second half. Chime in throughout the halftime show. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to turn your notifications on by tapping the bell icon at the top of your screen. Make sure you get an update every time A to Z Sports goes live or posts any Titans content to their YouTube channel. Finally, if you're watching on Twitch, share that Twitch link. Text that Titans Twitch link to your Titans textbook, or excuse me, your Titans text groups. We want to get all of your friends, all your relatives, all your family members in here. Let's talk Titans. It was a good first half, a lot of offense for the first time in a while. But Austin, we saw this movie last week. The Titans went to halftime with 17 points and stayed there. They got stuck on it.
That's right. So an opportunity for the Tennessee Titans to get to 5-7. Before we dive deeper into this and get more of your comments on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, first off, I want to thank all of our great partners for Titan Game Day Live this season. X Golf Nashville, the home of Mint Indoor Golf in Middle Tennessee, the Mint Gaming Hall in Kentucky, BetMGM, the law offices of Amanda J. Gentry, Chim Chimney for all your chimney needs, Adventure Science Center, your family adventure awaits there, and Jarrett HVAC and Plumbing. So, Jack, also, everybody like the show, too, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. Like the show. Titans up 17-13. It could have been up 17-10 if Ryan Stonehouse's punt was better. The coverage on the punt was better. And you didn't have an illegal man downfield to give the Colts 5 more yards. But also, the big turnover by Danico Autry, recovered fumble by Elijah Molden on Minshew, saved the touchdown potentially there. But the field goal was got by Indianapolis. And honestly, if Indy kicks the field goal on that drive, the Titans get the ball. Maybe they have 2 minutes to actually do something on offense rather than give it right back to Indy. But here we are, 17-13 is the halftime score. Derrick Henry has 2 touchdowns. You have to be excited at what the Titans have done overall, yet they should be up by more than 4 points.
Yeah, no doubt. It's kind of like Derrick Henry and Zach Moss are doing the Spider-Man meme, but at the opposite player from week 6, because remember, it was Derrick Henry who got off to a slow start. Could never really get anything going. That's Zach Moss today, 7 carries for just 18 yards, while Derrick Henry is doing his best Zach Moss impression from week 6. He's already up to 89 yards, 2 touchdowns on 17 carries. It's DeHenber, people. DeHenber's gotten off to a fast start over at Nissan Stadium. You can see Derrick Henry bludgeoning the Colts defense, wearing them down, and really oftentimes setting the Titans up for success on second down, which we've seen quite a lot of as well.
Yeah, do you want a stat? You want a Derrick Henry stat?
Give
this
it
is
to
the second game of the season between the Titans and the Colts. It's the divisional rival, the divisional matchup. Since Derrick Henry took over as the Titans starting running back halfway through 2018, Derrick Henry averages over 150 rush yards per game in the second meeting against an AFC South team since taking over in 2018. He's over halfway there now with 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. But it's not enough for the Titans to just run Derrick Henry to victory. They have to continue to throw the football and make plays with Will Levis. Speaking of Will Levis, weird first half from Will Levis, but it got the job done a lot of times. I mean, the guy leaps and does a hurdle over Colts defenders for a first down run. He fumbles or throws an interception. Then he follows his shot down the field, recovers the fumble by the Colts defender. The Titans get the ball back and get points there. Will Levis is doing a lot of the small things that will not show up in a box score other than having a fumble recovery today that are making that I think will make Titans fans start to fall more in love with the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Though his want to win was on display in the first half, just gutting out that first down run. And then after he recovered his fumble, he went ahead and just to be safe, he ran it about 50 yards down the field into the end zone. I mean, that's the competitive drive, the competitive spirit you hear about. That is what gets Titans fans to believe in you. That is, more importantly, what gets your teammates to believe in you. But there were some skipped throws. 6 of 14 in the first half wasn't very accurate, But that first drive, the opening drive, I believe it was the Titans' first touchdown on an opening drive this season. Tim Kelly scripted that to perfection. Absolute perfection.
And you mentioned 6 completions on 14 attempts, but he's got 121 yards on the 6 completions. So they're averaging a lot of yards per completion. I don't do live math, but I can do this. That's over 20 yards a completion from Will Levis today. And it's come from D-Hop, who's got 2 for 45. Chig's got the one long one for 39. Derrick had a screen finally worked for Derrick. He had 1 for 18. Chris Moore 1 for 12, and Tajay has 1 for 7. So even though the efficiency isn't there from Levis, the big plays still are. And I think that's been enough so far. But what do you think about the Titans defense before we get to some of the chat comments? What about the Titans defense? They forced the turnover there late. Roger McCreary drops an not easy, but a tip interception you got to have that could have been Titans points. But they've given up a big touchdown to Alec Pierce and then 2 field goals.
Yeah, the Titans defense is kind of showing exactly the way they played the whole season. They're playing again today. They're bending. They're not breaking. That turnover inside the 10-yard line was massive. The Colts are still yet to convert on a third down, Austin. They're 0 for 5 on third downs. And let me tell you this, Austin, you pulled up a great Derrick Henry stat.
Yes.
Here's a Danico Autry one. Death taxes and Danico Autry destroying the Colts. In 7 games against Indianapolis, he now has 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 8 quarterback hits, 3 TFLs. The guy is a game wrecker against his former team. That's continuing today. That helped bail the Titans out when they needed it right before the break. Colts could have took a lot of momentum into the locker room. They still get 3, put a touchdown there to tie the game after the Titans felt like they were the better team for the first 30 minutes. That would have been really disappointing to head into the locker room tied. Yeah. So Danico Autry shows up in a big way again.
Yeah, huge. And that was a lot of people's X-Golf X Factor from earlier in the show. I do want to get to some chats now because Caleb is talking about the officials. Matt says the officiating is trash, like they're not even paying attention. T. Shannon says stop the penalties. Max saying the penalties are keeping the Colts in the game. Ronnie says the refs are trash today. Look, so there's a lot of people on Facebook, YouTube watching that are talking about the penalty situation. 6 penalties for the Titans for 55 yards, just 2 against the Colts for 10 yards. There have been some questionable penalties because I know for a fact DeAndre Hopkins was held twice, and both of those were no calls and ended in 1 Titans punt and 1 Nick Folk field goal that would definitely have changed the game here. Then you've got what do you think about the Wallace taunting? Because right before the Alec Pierce touchdown by the Colts, Kevon Wallace made a great tackle on the Colts tight end, got up and kind of casually points his finger at the Colts sideline, flagged for taunting. Is that the rule in the NFL? Yeah. But in a league where you have grown men who are trying to stop physically other people from scoring touchdowns, you're going to throw a 15-yard penalty for pointing a finger? Like, you kidding me? Like, how soft is the league going to be that they're emphasizing calling that taunting? Like, it wasn't like he got in the guy's face. It's different if you're going to take your finger and put it right in the guy's face mask. It's different if you're going to, scan the sideline and kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 count some Colts players. I thought it was a terrible, weak call by the officials.
That's not something you call in the first quarter, right?
No,
you
right?
Call that when the penalties are getting out of control, when it's getting too physical, when they're playing to the echo of the whistle. You don't call that early in the game. I understand you want to set the tone and keep these teams from ruffling each other's feathers like that, but it's a rivalry game. It's the first
competitive.
Quarter. Let the boys play a little bit. I thought that was a costly penalty.
Yeah, people are asking, when is Treylon Burks going to show up and play? I don't know what the plan is for Treylon Burks for the Titans, but he's basically invisible out there. I don't know if he's had snaps. If he has had snaps, I haven't noticed him, but he's coming back from the concussion that he missed over a month with, and he's wearing a collar. I think it's called a Q collar that players are using for head injuries. So we'll see what, if anything, from Treylon Burks happens in the second half. But, Jack, let's go ahead and ask everybody in the chat, what is your confidence level in the Titans winning this game? They're up 4 points right now on the Colts, 17-13. What's your confidence level on a 1 through 10 scale on the Titans winning this game? So give your confidence level here. I do want to tell you guys, like the show. If you're watching it on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. That helps us out a ton. So more likes on the show gives us more reach. That helps us grow and helps you guys have better conversations. Again, I'll let you get to the chat here in a second on confidence level. but live from Acme's rooftop. Spirited Hive and Ranch Water specials every home game throughout the season. So, Jack, confidence levels 1 through 10. Where are the people at here?
Yeah, let me get back to the top here as
Yeah, a
my
lot of
screen
comments.
buffers. A lot of comments rolling in, but look, the Titans have been in this situation before, and in fact, they were in a similar situation last week and almost gave the game away. So will they be able to score in the second half? We'll find out soon. Jordan Lowry gets us going on YouTube with a 9. DeAndre's got a 6. Mr. Jones is at a 22, breaking the scale. Cod's is at a 5, still on the fence. Colby's at a 3 on Facebook. Wes is at a 7. 5 from Steven. 6.9 from Kyle. Dat Dude with a 1. Jill at a 2. DJ Dillon at an 8.5 over on Twitch. Richard 6. Orlando 6.5. David at a 6.5. Austin, I'm at a 7.5.
Okay.
I'm still a little nervous.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. This is what Titans Colts games do to you. It's not over because that last drive is probably going to be the one that decides it. I'm at a 7.5 because the Titans are playing great defense. The Colts can't convert on third down, and the Titans are running the football the way they want to run the football. This is how the Titans roster was constructed. This is how they're built to win. If you continue to play good defense, if you continue to get pressure on Gardner Minshew, and Derrick Henry continues to bludgeon the Colts, just hammer after hammer, the Colts defense will wear down. Derrick Henry's going to bust a big one. And look, if it's not Derrick Henry doing it, that running efficiently against the Colts is going to set up Will Levis and this passing attack for a big play in the passing game. I love where the Titans are at. You got to come out of the locker room and get a stop to start this half.
Yeah.
But I'm at a 7.5. I think the Titans are going to win this game.
All right. I'm a little bit lower. I'm going to go all the way down to a 6.5. So I still think the Titans can win this game and should win this game. But I'm concerned about how the first half ended, because since the Titans took that 17-7 lead, the Colts had drives of 70 yards, 80 yards, and then 16. That's 166 total yards of offense since the Titans took a 10-point lead. The Titans' total yards in that time, 7 and 2.
Not good.
9 to 166. And I'm not counting the kneel down at the end of the half. That would take it to 8 yards for the Titans. So that's a bad trend. The Colts are trending positively. The Titans lost some momentum there. So you got something?
I'll say this. Be on the lookout for the Titans' first drive after the half. Tim Kelly drew up a fantastic drive. That first drive of the game, I'm really interested to see what they call after kind of having some trouble the last couple times with the football to start the second half.
But the Colts get the ball first. So if the Titans are trailing on that opening drive, the tables will have completely turned. So that'll do it for us for our halftime show. Again, shout out to Spirited Hive and Ranch Water live from Acme Feed and Seeds rooftop every home game this season. They have game day specials every home game, Spirited Hive and Ranch Water. Also, special shout out to all of our Titan game day partners this season, including Adventure Science Center, Jarrett Fire, Chim Chimney, BetMGM, the Mint Gaming Hall, X Golf Nashville. We will see you for the post-game show presented by our friends at the law offices of Amanda J. Gentry. We'll see you guys after the game. Enjoy the second half.